If you
no 3-2-1.
I love posting the one thing I post every year for the last 7-8 years. I've been posting it.
What?
It says everyone's a little Irish on St. Patrick's Day, except Italians. We're always Italian.
But look, we're all three of us. You're an Italian.
I represented.
I represented with the hat. Of course, Richie did because he's just. Ugh. All right.
Why is green the official color of Irish when Italian flag has green in it too?
Very true.
So what's the official color of Italy? Red?
Red, right? Green and red, right?
Well, they're green, red, and white.
Yeah.
But I don't get it. Why Irish?
Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, not chocolate. You like line 3, a Pinot Noir from California?
Oh, you come up to the bar here.
Yeah, well, listen. He had a party here last night. If I would have showed up, they probably would have kicked me out. Just to let you know that.
Bob, I just need the music.
Oh,
I can't.
My music is not playing?
No.
All right, everybody, Limo Talk. It's me, Bobby Inns, 41 in Zarello.
St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.
Look at that. We got warnings, Strong Island TV, Limo Talk, share the show in the middle. We're kicking ass and having fun, and I appreciate you all for what you do for the show.
Tonight you all had a good batch of corned beef and cabbage. I didn't.
I did. Eleanor Horowitz.
I had an amazing batch. My wife made.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this, but I also want to thank Eleanor Horowitz for my annual Can I Eat Your Corned Beef and Cabbage, because she makes me a dish every year. That's Hitler's wife, by the way. We'll talk about it. I saw Hitler tonight.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
I'll say that about my friend.
And I'll be leaving early to be the Inzarelli show tonight, just so you know.
How's that?
All right.
So. Be the Inzarelli show.
Yeah, the Inzarelli show.
Can't wait.
All right. If you what you all right, I'm done. Can we go home?
Is that it?
That's it.
You know what?
You had corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah.
And that's it.
We got to start off with the Irish, the St. Patrick's Day theme here today. And we did. You know, it's good. It's good that, you know what I like? I used to be like, oh, you know, there's no St. Patrick, there's no like St. Joseph's is 2 days after, right? The 19th. And I saw this good clip of, I always remembered it from Father Guido Sarducci from Saturday Night Live. He goes, Saint Patrick was not a bigger deal as a saint. He was a mediocre saint. He's not a great saint.
Yeah.
Saint Joseph, it was a great saint. Great Saint Joseph was a wonderful saint, a fantastic saint. Saint Patrick, not so good. And he goes, but Saint Patrick's Day comes 2 days before the Saint Joseph's Day. So there's no big deal about Saint Joseph's Day. It's like having your birthday 2 days after Christmas.
I get that from Dominic all the time because my oldest is December 15th. He's like, I always get stuck right in that little median right there between
birthday and
Christmas and birthday. Yeah. But we always took care of him, always did the right thing. But you know what? I gotta give him. I'm telling you, he's got a point. This guy walked in tonight with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
No, I wasn't done with that thought.
But
so anyway, everybody.
Bobby wasn't done.
I wasn't done with that thought. You went off with your son there, Dominic. Nice. Oof. Anyway, the thing is, St. Joseph's Day, you got to go get the Svingies, you know, the cakes with the the custard.
Yeah, did you bring these last year? To the show?
Did. Yeah, last year he did.
Lou Ferriero checking in,
give me the finger,
the big finger.
Yeah, this year he last year he brought us Svingies.
I did.
Yes, and
they were good.
And Teresa was here too, I think, at that time.
I think you're right,
and she was enjoying them very much.
Yeah.
She was
sucking out the cream without eating the pastry
during her time at Limo Talk.
But it was good. It's a great day, and it's my mother always made a big deal out of it. She always got us the cakes, the St. Joseph's cakes. But I always go now. I go to Il Corso in Valley Stream, and I get I get 3 with cannoli cream and 3 with the custard. And
no deviation at all.
There's never a deviation.
Shocking.
How could you deviate if you're Bobby Inzarello?
Yeah, it's like the only ice there is lemon.
Right. The only ice is lemon. I mean, the world would just, the earth would just tilt off its axis.
You know what I don't like?
Something different happened.
You know what I don't like?
What?
I don't like lots of choices. I like certain things, and that's it. I don't want 31 flavors on a menu. Okay. I don't. You go to a place because they got something you like. You go there. They don't need to make any variations on it. And I don't like going to restaurants and reading their menus. I don't care to read 35 times that you have chicken prepared 35 different ways. I like my chicken piccata, and I want that. That's it. If they don't have it on the menu, I ask for it, and they make it for me. But that's it. I don't like reading menus. Menus fucking annoy the shit out of me. It's too confusing. I don't have the attention for a menu.
Do you switch on do you have when you walk in? I know that you seem to like set things. What about fish?
I love fish, salmon. If there's salmon on a menu, I'll get it.
So you won't ever diva. If you see that he comes over, he goes, "Hey, Bobby, we've got the fried diablo."
The specials of today.
Yeah, exactly. You do it.
This and this. They go to the whole thing and they go, "We got the fried calamari."
Correct.
We got the They go on and on. I sit there and I look at them with this blank fucking look on my face.
Because you're going to say the same thing all the time.
I go like this. I'll have chicken piccata.
Oh my God.
The chicken.
That's it?
Oh, dude.
Every time.
Not every time. I have chicken masala. I'll have chicken. I'll have, I'll have eggplant rollatini or something like that. But I go in there with it in my head what I want.
Right.
And I don't want to be told 8,000 different possible choices.
So
don't you want to see maybe they have a special that might kind of,
if it catches
catches your eye or catches your ear.
Like listen.
Right?
But
at least listen. You don't want to even listen to it. You just go in like, this is what I'm getting.
Can you give me some music? Can I have some music, please, in this place?
And I also have this thought in my head that the specials of the day, and that's not necessarily true, but the specials of the day are the food that's going bad.
No, I don't think you're wrong because
I know I'm wrong, but I used to think that.
But don't you want to expand on your palate? Now, here's how I say it. Please, yeah. Oh, that's the word of the day today. There's always a word, right? Don't you want to expand on it because you've been doing the same food all the time until you're now 58 years old, the same age as me. All right, but I mean, like.
Got to point that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen,
I'm going for everybody's jugular tonight. After you walked in with your attitude and your chip on the shoulder because I told you that me and Bob made you, you said you made us, but we'll get to that in a second.
No. You said that.
Bob
said something different. What's that?
The success you're enjoying and all the fringe benefits that come with being on this program. Think about it.
I was contemplating that while I was away. I was really thinking about that.
I got to ask a question. So first of all, how we're going to get to everything. How was your trip?
My trip was very good.
Did you show Bobby
to be away and see a very good friend of mine for quite a few days? We haven't been able to hang out like that in about 20 years.
Did you show Bobby that studio from Tony Carey?
He saw the picture. I visited.
That's what I want.
Yes,
that's what I want.
The new
somehow, some way, that's what I want.
The new studio.
I want that studio.
Do you know how much that room costs?
Yes.
So we're gonna take out a major.
No. There's got to be somebody on Long Island.
There's probably a couple of $100,000 in that room alone. Serious, I'm not even kidding.
I know.
Soundproofing, the whole.
But he went. Yeah, because it's for the studios. It's the. I don't know why he doesn't have us out there. We probably blow up out there, and we do very well.
Well, we're going to fly out there every Sunday.
You know what? If
do the show.
You bring us out once
for the money we're pulling in. We can afford the flight every.
I don't see why not. Right?
Dude, he's been taking all this
5 hours there, 5 hours back.
What's the big deal? We do a 2-hour show and we leave.
I would love to go down there for one night and just do a show down there. The three of us with Tony and everything else. Interview him, have a good time, fly back and listen to it. And I guarantee we'd do a great show. And
you would, but I mean,
I know it'd be a good show. I just don't know if it'd be worth the investment.
Right, worth the investment of all the flights and everything else.
But now Tony takes that and gives it to the bosses and say, "Listen, we've got a podcast.
Listen to this one show from these guys."
Yeah, why? Because we've branched out to different networks afterwards. It's not like we come alone. If you brought us along,
suddenly he's Murray the K that discovered the.
No, he's the two guys from NBC that walk into the bar on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
We want to be in the garage of day business.
Yes,
that's what we want to be.
I want to bring. Right. I want to
Stu Krepke from NBC,
and I want to bring.
I want to be in the garage of day business.
Who would you bring with you? I would definitely like to have Mike O'Toole from the Work with Mike and Pete and Steve. That would be a fantastic.
Save your money, Mike.
That would be a fantastic beer show.
Okay, that's another flight.
Okay, so that's two of us.
What about Pete?
I want Pete. Pete's part of that. Would be Mike, Pete, and Steve. We're really, from what I started with, it's been Mike and Pete. But Steve Pominski came on. But dude,
well, you can't not invite Steve
really
now.
Invigorating to talk about things that are never going to happen.
It'll
never happen.
It's so beautiful, dude.
It's so beautiful.
It was so beautiful.
Nice.
So what's he up to? Is he in Is he in retirement?
No, he's not in retirement at all. He's actually working on. Honestly, no joke. He's working on about 10 shows right now in development, and freelancing, still doing his thing with some other stuff. Waiting for a few other things to come around, and that's it. He's you know, he did all that Bieber stuff and some other stuff. So he's just kind of freelancing right now and waiting for the next thing.
He showed you a nice time.
Absolutely. Yeah, we hiked up to
He showed
the,
other people having a nice time. He said, "Look at them.
Yeah. Look at those people.
Look at those people having a nice time."
No, we hung out.
There it is.
I'd say
That's
took
people having a
a
good time right there.
took a little hike up to the Hollywood side.
I hear that whole
Little 2-mile
expression kills
hike.
me. That expression kills me. Showed you a good time.
So you,
Yeah. See those people having a good time. Watch.
I mean, what's he supposed to show me?
He's showing you a good time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been there before.
Hey,
You know, it's not like that.
Richie.
I know.
It's a good time. Right?
Listen,
What's he supposed to
if
do?
that's
It's a
what,
daily
wait,
dance with
time out. You're talking about a high-profile, very successful producer out in Hollywood, correct? What's his claim to fame? His biggest show that just hit it off, and you were talking about it for years.
The Justin Bieber, the New Year's Eve, the World Show, the World.
How long has he been
concert.
with Bieber?
He was with them for a couple of years, I guess.
Before Bieber, didn't he have a sitcom or a really good show that you talked about all the time?
He's worked on he's worked on a lot of famous shows. He used to
Successful.
work on Married with Children, News Radio, Just Shoot Me, Alf. I mean, these are shows he's worked on in his career.
Alf.
You know,
that's that show in itself.
He actually for years
I never watched Alf.
No,
Never ever.
So for years, there used to be a
Married with
chair.
Children, great.
Do you remember the chair that Alf used to sit in? It was like a red high back chair on the show. He used to have it in his.
Take my chips.
He's out. He doesn't know the
I
conversation.
don't know this show.
You don't know the show?
Not at all.
Well, you know, you can still learn. You could be
I gotta
still
learn
be
tonight.
included.
I was not prepared to learn anything tonight.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, he says, last week he says, I don't have to open up my mind. It's a part of a clip that we put down on Instagram when you said, I don't have to. I said, you might want to. You go, I don't want to. I just want to. This is what I want, and I don't want to have to open up my mind to different things. It's on tape.
I said this shit.
Yes.
I don't remember this.
I thought this has to do with just 5 minutes ago. I was talking about the
You're
venues.
talking about Alf.
But he doesn't want to open up his.
He doesn't want to hear about Alf. He didn't know about Alf.
No, I don't not want to hear about it. I'm just saying I can't add to this conversation whatsoever.
But you've seen Alf, of course, in the picture or something. You know what? It's that dinosaur. That's the puppet.
Dinosaur?
Or
I thought he was like an alien.
Oh,
Alien life form.
yeah.
ALF.
Yeah.
Alf.
You're right.
Right.
I never knew that's what that stood for.
That's what it stood for. Alien
Alf.
life form. Alf.
I used to always think, what a fucking stupid name for a show, for a character, Alf.
Well, anyway,
What's it all about?
we had a nice time in LA. Had some nice weather, so it was fine. Trip was good. You know, then I have to listen to you, you know, explain to the audience of Limo Talk how you made me somehow, you know, on last Sunday's show as I'm listening to the show.
Listen.
No, yes, you did. We
You
can play
came
back
out of
the
retirement.
tape.
Wait. Let's
play back the tape.
All right. You know what? We'll play back the tape.
We'll
if
play
we
back
have
the
to.
tape, guys. Towards
Greg
the end of the show.
DiFilippo, Joan Croupier, happy St. Patrick's
All right,
Day
so
Limo
how does that
Talk.
fit into the point that he just
I
made?
want
And
to. I'm getting to it, so I want these people to say hello, so they don't go away.
That's
Hey,
not
Lou
the thing.
Ferrio, give me the figure. Hey, Bobby, Graz, and Richie, happy St. Joseph's Day on Tuesday. Welcome back, Richie Z. We missed you from Ann Rodney. Greg DiFilippo says
Thank
hello.
you, Ann.
Debbie DiDeMarco says, I thought the Alf chair was in the
Nice to
Smithsonian.
be back.
And Mike Bott says, Alf's a dinosaur, you dummy, Graz.
No, it's not a dinosaur. He just said.
I thought it was an alien life form.
Well, that's
The
what Mike,
dinosaur?
that's what Mike Bott said without giving me the finger.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I
Mike
thought we
Bott
cut
may
up.
know something we don't know because I don't know anything about the show.
I thought the Alf chair was in the Smithsonian. No, it was in my friend Tony's apartment.
Who
Okay.
did the voice for Alf?
Don't know.
Thought I was
We'll
going to learn
find
something
out.
tonight.
You are the board up extraordinaire.
Very quickly.
I thought
Now,
I was gonna
wait.
learn something tonight.
When you started,
Okay.
you were very quiet at that point. You were not really discussing a lot. You were doing
Yes,
what you're
because I
doing.
wasn't. Well, I wasn't.
You weren't-
I wasn't on the show to like really. I was there to just run the board. when
Yeah, but I
first started.
tried pulling you in as much as possible to make it where you had an opinion into things.
You
And Bobby,
did, but
too.
I didn't come on the show as a
You're
personality.
Paul Schaefer.
I was.
That's a
I
great.
could take that. Paul
I'll take
Schaefer.
that. I would take
Yeah,
that.
Paul Schaefer
I would
Right.
take that. So now,
operates the music.
Right.
You know, here and there they pan over.
who's the
to him.
one line, like the heavy one line?
Dave.
Who's the heavy one line?
I used to love settling in at night
Me
and
too.
watching Letterman.
I loved it.
Oh,
It's
I
all
loved
gone
it.
now.
But it's
It
All that
not.
is.
shit is gone.
They settle
There
in
was
all
no
gone.
show I want to watch at that time.
Why? What about us? The people who watch because
Yeah,
we
I'm
settle.
talking about on
Yeah, talking
late
about
night
late
TV,
night TV.
Johnny Carson or whatever, David Letterman, or even Jay Leno.
Original content entertainment, not just the same old crap every night.
Oh,
Political crap.
Yes, and I liked it. It was something I looked forward to. 11:30, watching either Letterman or Leno, and before that Carson. It was a
Awesome.
great show. It was just fun to watch. Interviews, guests. You watching it? It was classic. Now it's just crap.
Who's now? Who's
Jimmy
really
Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel,
right?
and that other libtard on Channel 2, I guess.
So they're all liberals, all three of them.
Very much so.
Who is the open one to, anything that's going on? Is
Jimmy Fallon, I think, is a little bit more open because he's more of a actor / comedian. He's talented, but the other ones in that they suck. I don't think they're that good. Seth Meyers, no.
Do you know who I miss?
I used to like Ferguson.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. I've been watching all his old clips.
He was good.
He was phenomenal. With the Jeff, with the puppet, he
didn't get the recognition he deserved.
Exactly.
I liked Conan.
Nah, man.
Conan actually goes
like
to
Conan.
old school with the Letterman and
Go to the audience.
Carson.
Who did you
He
guys
got
like?
screwed.
Throw it out there so
he
we
got
know.
screwed so bad.
Who?
Twice.
Conan O'Brien. Twice.
Yeah,
Yes.
But he's on TBS. Is he still on TBS?
I haven't
He's
seen
gone?
him anywhere in a long
No,
time.
I don't think he's anywhere.
So you're telling me, Craig Ferguson, probably in the last 5 or 10 years, he was that CBS show was good. And that was the late show. So you were getting him at 12 midnight.
I used to actually even like watching Tom Snyder on the Late Show.
Tom Schneider.
Yeah, Tom Snyder used to follow Letterman.
Paul Fusco was the voice of Alf, by the way. In case you know Paul Fusco.
I'll follow that guy.
Your buddy Greg DiFilippo said hello.
What a weird looking dude.
That was him. That him?
Wow.
That's him.
Who was the voice of Alf?
Paul Fusco.
Paul Fusco?
Paul Fusco, creator and voice of Alf.
Can I ask what Alf has grossed in total sales in the last 30 years or so? It's got to be phenomenal amount because
it's no Seinfeld.
It got revived
No.
again. No, it's no Seinfeld, but it got revived. They pushed it again.
I mean, you think about it. Johnny Carson used to come on 11:30.
I mean, what's it gonna be? That's not gonna be worth anything
You look
now.
forward to that. And Ed McMahon, his sidekick, and Conan had that. What was that guy? Andy Rooney.
Yeah.
as his sidekick, and you had Letterman who had Paul Schaefer, and it was all fun. It was good.
Craig Ferguson had the horse in the back, and he had the dead guy Jeff with the voice coming from Hollywood. You remember on Z100 the guy Hollywood something? He used to be his like Stuttering John was for Jay Leno. He was the guy that introduced Jay Leno.
That was weird that he became the guy with the voice to do the Leno show. Stuttering John was on the Howard Stern show, and he literally stuttered.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
But Hollywood did it for Craig Ferguson. So Ferguson really was his own. He was a perv too. He's always making.
No, that's what I got. His innuendos, his little sexual innuendos and stuff was very.
Some of the girls really bought into it, but some of the girls were taken aback over the course of time. At the beginning,
you know what? It's part of the show.
Yeah,
he was the lore.
Yeah, he was. I enjoyed him a lot. That's probably my guy for the last.
The whole thing is we're living in a society where it's like, you got to watch what you do. You got to watch what you say, who you touch, whatever. See, guys is different. If there was a girl running the show and she was touching shit, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's all right.
So what? Why doesn't that happen more
I would never file a report. Let's put it that way. I always wanted. Now I think back to high school days when you read about these stories where, like the English teacher was screwing around with the 15-year-old boy in the class.
It's constant.
I wish I was that kid.
No, allegedly, please.
No. Why not?
Oh no.
I'm wondering what I did wrong not to get approached.
You ready for this? Why did Alf get canceled? Okay.
Probably something politically correct.
No. In the years since the show was canceled, Max Wright and Ann Shandine have said that tensions ran very high on the set. The show's technical demands made for very long shooting schedules, and none of the actors enjoyed playing supporting roles to a puppet who always had the best lines. So they're constantly getting upstaged by a puppet, putting in all these long hours of production.
Jealousy
of a puppet.
Jealousy of the puppet.
Creates high tensions on the set, and boom,
Meanwhile,
it all falls apart.
You're getting a paycheck.
But you're being upstaged by a puppet.
So what?
who always had the best lines, and you're just like you're the number 2, number 3,
Well,
number
the
4
star
guy.
of the show is supposed to get the best lines, I think.
And that's
Unless
Alf.
it's different on Seinfeld. I'm going to refer back. All the characters got great, scripts. But all the shows like Archie Bunker, Carol O'Connor was the guy with the big lines.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's what it was about.
That was what it was about.
Who got the big lines in Cheers? Ted Danson.
Ted Danson, I would think.
Well, then there was Norm.
Well, yeah. Norm really became the show after a while.
But he was just like a sidekick, though. He'd come out
Yeah.
once in a while. Ted was always
He was a supporting guy.
So how about Taxi?
Taxi turned out to be Andy Kaufman.
It
But-
did turn
Right,
out to
but
be.
I would say
But DeVito
Judd,
did-
Judd
DeVito-
Hirsch.
Judd Hirsch.
Judd Hirsch. He did a good job.
Alex was
Mary
more of
Lou Henner.
yeah.
But Bobby, see, that's where I wish they would do. He would look at that.
I saw an
Tony Carey
episode
looking
What
at a
about Barney
remake.
Miller?
Barney Miller was a great show.
That was a great
I
show.
saw an episode of Who's the Boss, which I really don't like, with Tony Danza. I don't really like the show that much. He's kind of goofy in that show. But there was one funny show I was watching where he goes into a restaurant and he sees Angela flirting with a guy who looks just like him, but he's nothing like him personality-wise. And meanwhile, somebody comes up to him and he says, "Did anybody ever tell you look like the guy from Taxi?" That was fun. I was like, I love when they cross over like that.
Right.
And he goes, I get that all the time. And I thought that was really funny.
That's pretty good.
DiFilippo wants to go know if did Richie come home a Democrat?
No, I did not, Greg. But there are plenty of them out there.
Oh my God.
All right, let me tell you.
How does that look? Can
Um,
I ask you, what did you notice in your little time there? And did Tony take
so-
you around?
Well, I drove around myself for a while. Actually, Tony went away when he went on an overnight thing with another friend of his. They went to visit somebody in Nevada.
So
Right
you were
on-
coming and he left.
yeah, he left. I came in that Thursday, saw him that night or whatever, and then he left Friday and came back Saturday. Came to one of the games. Went to the hike on Sunday. I was there till Tuesday. So we
How's
spent a couple days.
19.95?
He's good. Had a good time.
Yeah, did he pitch it all?
Yes, pitched once in a very big spot and got the strikeout and got them out of an inning, and it was a tie game. They ended up winning the game.
So they won.
They did win. They won that game, but they were 2-4-1
Yeah.
on the road trip.
And may I ask you, what game did he end up getting in that they won that game?
Was it till like the 6th game? Yeah.
That's where it gets to a point where you got to put the best guys in, and even if they're young and freshmen or sophomores and everything else.
Well, listen, he's done well with the opportunities he has. I mean, hopefully he gets more opportunities having done well.
Yours,
But that's baseball, Susan.
yours getting opportunities.
He has been playing. He's been hurt.
Okay,
Oh,
How
sorry
long-
to hear that.
sorry to hear that too. How long's he been hurt?
3 weeks now.
What happened to him?
Something with his hip. I don't know. I don't even know. It's like weird. It's like
flexor?
pain.
How are they
Like,
playing?
Yeah,
pain?
flexor.
Yeah.
How are they playing?
They just won a couple of games today, so they're like 5-5.
Okay.
Since they started.
And yours is what? 4-7
There's
something.
they're right now they're 6-8-1, and I would tell you they probably gave away
5
at least no, I would say 3 for sure. Maybe you could say 4 on just
So that's Cortland, right?
yeah.
Nassau,
They were at
Did they hand out tickets for that giveaway?
Bobby, you would have so it's 5-4. You're quick story, 5-4 game. Okay, 9th inning, bottom 9. We're the away team, so Cal Lutheran is home. This was earlier in the week. Kids on the mound is guys on second and third, 2 outs, and wild pitch. Guy from third scores the tying run.
Tying run. Wait,
Now
it's not
5-5. Not over yet.
Guess what I'm getting.
Okay,
flashbacks
let's
to.
take a
Well, we're all up along.
yeah, let's take a breath. Okay, all right, we're still tie game. Not so bad.
That's what Buckner was saying.
I don't know if it was the next pitch or the next batter after that. Another wild pitch.
Oh, that's good. That's
The
good.
guy from second went to third, was already on third. So the next wild pitch, all with 2 outs, that run scores for a walk-off. Have a nice day. 2 wild pitches. Give
I
the
don't
game.
like that.
It was tough. It's tough to watch. It's
It is tough,
honestly because
Tough to
these
accept.
are talented kids. They're good players. They work very hard at what they do, and it's tough to watch something like that. But it happens. That's baseball.
It is
You know?
baseball. That is what happens.
But
What are
then
you gonna do?
you
The game is the game. You got to catch the ball.
That's it. You gotta catch the ball.
No,
Well, not even catch the ball. You gotta throw the ball. Yeah.
I don't want to go through this.
Right.
Up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner.
Yeah, but that wasn't a wild pitch. These were wild pitches.
I enjoy that. Thank you. That was very good for me.
But
There's another story here.
Yeah.
So,
But listen, they came back. They won 2 more against Chapman, a very good ranked team. They took 2 out of 3 from them to end the week. And my son is still traveling. He was on a 5:30 a.m. flight out of LA this morning, and he just got to Cortland.
what?
Yeah, it was a brutal schedule on the way home. They flew out of LA. They went to St. Louis. They transferred at St. Louis to a plane to LaGuardia. They
What do they call this flight a hopper?
Yeah. Got out of LaGuardia, got
Yeah.
on a bus, and drove 3.5 hours to Cortland. They flew out of Syracuse, but came into LaGuardia, which I'm assuming because of cost, because you're flying 40, 37 players and 6 coaches or whatever. So 43
right.
people, 44 people.
Well, your boy's bringing you some beef jerky. I'm picking it up this week.
I didn't give you my
I'm picking up
flavors.
12. I'm picking up 12 bags of beef jerky from Justin McDonald.
12 bags.
12 bags from the Adirondack Walking Stick Company. Most of them are going to me, Inns, and Richie. But if you'd like a bag of beef jerky, I'm going to have extras. I'll ship them out for you, and I'll give you a better price than Justin. The Adirondack
We
Walking
will
Stick
not be
Company.
undersold.
Yeah, the Adirondack Walking Stick Company. Justin McDonald, he's got 12 bags he's bringing me, and he's sold out. He's doing another batch in 2 weeks. So it's gotten so popular since he came on, and he was getting.
Did we make him on
No,
the
we
show?
got into that direction. He says that we're helping him. People are making an order. They heard about it. A couple of people have from the show, which is nice. Hey, Lawrence Sherman says, I'm in Atlanta right now. Next Sunday, I'll be back in Florida. He wants to connect. He's listening to the show. He wants beef jerky. He just texted me just so you could see.
Well, that's right. We have,
But it's instant radio, my friend, and you want to know. I'm just trying to give it to you. You seem to be knocking me down tonight. I don't know why.
There you go.
I might interrupt.
You're knocking them
I might
down.
interrupt every once in a while. That's been my time for 2 years. Let me stay in the direction I am and bring out the funny in you guys. The Adirondack Walking Stick Company, Justin McDonald. Good time.
Oh, we got
He's gonna bring out the fun. Yeah, he's-
magical webs.
Right, so you can bring the funny out of us.
Yes.
Right,
you
because you made me.
I did make you.
You
Me?
couldn't make a duty.
Oh, please. You talk to your Hollywood producer to listen to
Please.
you when you're at the beginning,
Oh,
like
my
show
God.
50 when you came on.
Oh, whatever.
You were a pimple.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I had to
God.
beg you to put a
Right,
music
thanks
on.
to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Good time, Charlie Myers.
This declined very quickly.
Good time, Charlie Myers, next week. Coming to hang out with us. Good time,
This
Charlie
went
Myers.
south.
Also going on stage soon. And Easter Sunday, we're off. And we're back April 7th with Shelby May, our psychic medium.
Ah,
All right, we got
when is that?
April 7th.
I got it. By the way, I purchased a decent batch of Ritz crackers that didn't fall apart as I opened up the package the other day. So
Okay.
I'm happy with my new Ritz crackers.
Okay.
I think that
Well, we had an issue with the last batch.
I think
I
they
remember.
heard my rant. So they're
Interesting.
fixed.
Oh, that's good.
But I was very upset with Ritz crackers, the way they fall apart when you open up the package.
So maybe you should reach out to them.
Yeah, I'm
Show
gonna-
them this little
yeah.
skit, what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Get into the public.
way to step it up.
Yeah, step it up, man.
But, I'm telling you, it's just products. You buy shit.
Man.
Everything gets smaller.
Okay. Did our
Tiny-
beef jerky get smaller? Our beef-
yet.
Not yet.
When
He's
it
actually said that.
gets reaching
Let
popularity.
me tell you something. I have got somebody that's interested in the business plan from him, and he's interested. Yeah. And I told him,
Well, hey man, that's
here's
some
what I
good
think he
freaking jerky.
here's what
bro.
I think he should open up.
Sorry.
A bar jerky place. Produce the jerky in the basement. Get it from upstairs, sell it in your place and other stores and everything else. Package everything downstairs in the basement,
So people just standing around eating beef jerky
and run a bar
until
in a day.
someone chokes to death.
No, come on. Why would you say something like that and take it away already? The funness of maybe having a beef
bar
jerky.
with
Yes,
beef jerky.
a beef jerky pub.
A beef jerky pub.
Yes,
Really?
Where all you have on a front floor.
You want to start over so you can edit out the clip where I just said that somebody chokes to death, and we'll say how great an idea that is.
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's an amazing idea. A beef
You're
jerky bar.
You're
the
gonna
bar sells.
you're gonna center your focus of your bar around beef jerky.
You already have the production happening in the basement.
Don't you think that's the greatest idea?
Is it next to the pickle bucket?
It's not in the pickle bucket, assholes.
In the pickle bucket.
It's not in the pickle bucket.
Oh, assholes.
Where is the pickle bucket?
I was trying to
While
see
the
maybe
jerky-
if you thought it was a good idea that you run the pub on the upstairs, the beef jerky, and you always say you always got to have a gig. Every place has got to have
a gimmick.
A gimmick.
So yes, if it was
not
two
a
separate
gig.
floors of beef jerky and a bar, yes. But I wouldn't want to make it so that everybody's sitting at the bar eating beef jerky.
You can use
the
Slim
jerky.
Jims.
hold on. Yes.
Whoa.
Hold on. There's a voice.
What was that?
There's a voice who told us tonight pre-show that I have an answer for you finally after 2 years of the show of who my favorite show is that he likes dealing with over here. It's definitely not us.
So then who cares?
Well, I would like to know. We'd like to know. Me and Richie would like to know.
So we can rag on
Inquiring minds.
Go ahead. Go ahead, boss. Bobby Lacera.
All I wanted to say is you could use Slim Jims instead of straws.
Slap it
Put
with
them in
Slim
drinks.
Slim Jims as straws. Put them in the drinks. Did you hear that?
You know, instead of umbrellas, you put Slim Jims in there.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, so you could drink your drink through
I
the
want
Slim
a pina
Jim?
colada with Slim Jim in it.
You know what? It might not be a bad thing.
Yeah, but Slim Jim's a solid. You're
bourbon
gonna have to
drink,
draw a
maybe,
hole.
yeah.
It's a joke.
No, it's
I
but
understand that it was
Bobby.
a joke.
But
But Graz is taking it dead serious
Yes,
as if
yes.
you're really going to do it.
Yes, I would love.
He would love that.
It's like telling a 5-year-old you're gonna give him a candy cane to stir his milk with.
I know. I think it's just the thought of
He gets all excited.
the beef jerky, like being able to sit at a bar and have jerky. Is that
You
the
made a
excitement?
comment to me that most of these bars in this world need something to fall back
Yes, they
on.
do.
So if
A
I
gimmick.
had a successful beef jerky company that I had enough space to put it in the basement and also have the space to put my coolers for my taps upstairs and a little storage for my bar. If I, who happens to like the bar business, or you happens to like the bar business, was getting involved in the beef jerky with Justin McDonald and a business plan, why can't we make it into like a beef jerky pub where people can buy their beef jerky
now
from
Justin
us?
is quitting his job.
No, I didn't say that. Justin's not quitting his job, but I did say to Justin, I think he's got a partner. He has
Are you listening, Justin? This is gonna take
I'm
off.
telling you.
Get in on the ground floor now.
You're all making fun of me. I'm telling you, a beef jerky bar would work. Beef jerky in the bottom. He sells all his product. And if you want to come to the bar and have a beer and everything else, you also sell Slim Jims, like Lacera said. Why? Slim Jim straws. I love it.
All right. Look. Time out.
All right.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have never owned a bar.
Okay.
I have never owned a restaurant. Bobby Inzarello over here has. Okay, but I don't see on what planet of God's earth that somebody is going to think that a beef jerky bar is a place they want to go.
Debbie Broderick says
I don't see it.
She'll have a beef jerky martini. Greg D. Filippo, wait.
Yeah, these are people trying to be
Bonnie
funny.
Scalisi says
They're mocking you.
Greg D. Filippo says
in case you
Graz,
haven't noticed.
Mocking is the word. We're looking.
Hold on. Greg D. Filippo says Graz, I think you would have a better luck with Graz's pickle parlor.
Yeah. Those pickles
Excellent.
taste like shit.
Greg, excellent point, Greg. Excellent point by Greg D. Filippo. Right.
Bonnie Scalisi says I love Graz's pickle. Just so you know.
Bonnie said that?
No, I'm
Wow.
just kidding.
Is she-
Hey, happy St. Patty's Day to Bonnie from Ann Rothy. And just say hey, St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Planet Graz, hello. Gina Kajemi Corbin says hello. And Mike Bott says Planet Graz. Why? Why is Planet Graz?
See,
Why?
I
'Cause it
think
only
beef
happens
jerky
on
is
Planet
the kind of
Graz.
thing you pick up on the spur of the moment where you're going, like maybe you're going to a destination and you grab some beef jerky and you eat it and you run and you go and that's it. But to sit down and what do you have? I'll have a vodka tonic and of course a little beef jerky.
Yes.
And then you're
Yes.
like, so what's on the menu tonight? Beef jerky
And a Slim Jim
you know,
straw.
and a Slim Jim straw.
Give me
and then
that.
you go, give me another one of those beers. Give me another. What do you got on
Yeah.
tap? Oh, I got Stellar. We got Molson. We got this. We got that. We got IPAs. And you want some beef jerky with that?
And you
I
want
got
the beef
it.
Jerky with that.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna do. Hold on. A MERS comedy night, and Justin's gonna have bags of beef jerky there, and all we're selling there is beef jerky all night. Get a free beer because he gives us all a ticket all the time.
Place doesn't have food.
I'll
So
I'll
it's not
make
like
sure
we're competing
Justin.
with
Justin,
wings.
no, Justin will bring us beef
I'm
jerky.
going next door. I'm getting some diarrhea from that Chinese place. I can't wait.
I remember that
I
day.
was like, oh my
you
god.
go, what is this? Is this just hot water?
Dude, I had an episode
That
on
was
the
disgusting.
I had an episode on the plane from the IPA and the wings I had before I got on the flight.
Oh yeah, he told me. Go ahead.
Oh.
Taz says hello, everybody.
Hi, Taz.
So it's a red eye flight, right? So overnight, basically, you're coming back. It's leaving LA at like 10:30. About an hour or so into I had like 2 IPAs and an order of wings at the bar before I got on the plane. No beef jerky.
They didn't offer it.
About an hour in, my stomach is starting to alert me that, there's a problem. I got 2 guys. I'm on the window. 2 guys next to me with neck pillows, sleeping.
You're done. You're stuck. You
I
are landlocked.
Well, I know, but I'm like, what am I going to do? I got to go.
Rip.
So I give him a little nudge. I get out. Okay, no problem. Right? I get back to my seat. My stomach is still not
Can I
right.
just point out something right now?
Yeah.
He found that faster than anything he ever finds on the phone.
What did I ever found on the phone? He had that readily available.
I'm so
Queued
happy.
up. He's got this queued up.
What do you have that saved
I
on your phone?
Yes, I have things for you guys. I'm trying to bring it out. I'm trying to bring it out.
You're
I'm bringing the funny out. I keep telling
You're bringing
you.
out the board.
I'm bringing out the stuff.
I mean, you could ask him for vital information.
Time out.
Nothing. Nothing. He can't find it. He can't look for it. Farts. He's got
in a split second.
This is
I
what you're
wasn't even
supposed to
telling
be
the
doing.
story yet.
Yeah, it was ready.
But
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep
You're
going.
right.
Go.
I wasn't even to my
I never
stomach
did
yet.
that.
Come on. I mean, come on.
So now I get back in my seat, and it's a 6-hour flight, over 6 hours. It's only an hour in. So now I'm kind of in and out of sleep. My stomach is still bothering me, but I'm stable. You know what I mean? I'm in a position where, right? No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. Thank God I'm not doing that because that
The guys have their fucking pillows over there.
they turned it around the other way. They put it around front. So now I get up at one point and it's like, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning. The flight's going to land at 7. And now it's a red alert because I wake up and I have the urge now, like, that's it. It's come now again. I look over, my 2 friends next to me are sleeping again.
You had a window of opportunity there and you didn't take it.
To do what?
When they were awake. To get up and go to that.
Well, no,
toilet.
I was kind of in and out of sleep myself. Everybody's kind of sleeping.
And you were a window. You're repeating yourself. You
I'm
were
a window. I'm a window seat.
He had to interrupt them
So
twice.
I got to bother the guys twice.
He got in the car. He was miserable. He goes.
I felt bad for the guys because I had to keep getting up. They were sleeping.
But he's fought so much the clouds were getting darker.
He's sitting in the bathroom. That's all you hear.
So I go.
We got a pro.
Well, dude, think he's dropping over fucking,
No.
Colorado.
Well, what I didn't realize was the worst was yet to come.
Ooh.
I get in the bathroom and I destroy it. It is now like napalm death in there. Okay. And all I'm doing is staring at the door going, I can't open this door.
You can't.
Like,
20
there's no
minutes.
way.
You need a 20-minute.
I feel like I'm in like a Seinfeld episode where now I'm stuck in the airplane bathroom because I just destroyed it. But I'm like, if somebody's waiting there when I open that door,
20-minute quarantine. Sorry. You cannot come in.
I kind of took a snooze, I think.
You have to.
I went a good 10,
You gotta
15
make
minutes
believe you're in
before
a coma in there.
before I came out. I kept flushing down just to
They
get
don't have like an air
just to
freshener?
change the air.
So it gets.
well, they have one of the vents.
So it gets to this point,
So I put
right?
that
Hold on,
up.
hold on.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
it get to this point?
You suck the air out of the plane.
Well, and then
the whole fucking everybody's papers are flying.
Does it get like that at all?
no, it didn't.
All right. So
It was just painful. It was just stomach pain.
Papers are flying through the plane like airport. It's like somebody let out a bomb.
So bad. Then I get back. I guess I fall asleep again, and then so I'm in and out of sleep the whole time. I get no sleep, and then what do I get at 7 a.m.?
Yes.
No, I get picked up by Graz,
Oh yes.
who's like going 100 miles an hour with his mouth, and I'm like half dead.
Well, he just,
Right.
What time was this?
7 a.m.
7
I
a.m.
was
He
on
already
my-
had.
I was
Yeah,
on my second job.
he was on his second job already.
I
That's
had
why.
work- wait.
If I was the first job, I had a chance.
Didn't I work until 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
I worked till 3 o'clock in the morning. Wait, slept
He
an
was,
hour.
He was very punchy.
Picked up my
And
big
I'm like,
client.
Time out.
My son was going in for surgery. I had to get home. It was crazy. It was just nuts. Rushing.
Wow.
So that's what I was greeted with. He did let me sleep, I think, a little bit on the ride home. Yeah. I was pretty dead.
You fought in the car?
Yeah.
A little bit. He goes, yeah.
He
Yeah, a
did.
little bit.
I go, what the hell was that? He goes, I farted. I go, really? I go, why? He goes, well, you deserved it. You've been good.
Yeah, nothing but, talking the whole time. I'm trying to rest. You didn't even bring a bottle of water or a coffee for me on the pickup.
You're lucky I picked you up.
I mean, that would have been nice.
I'm just listening to us.
Just listening back to the show while we're doing the show.
No, I'm trying to say hello to everybody, Bruno Capolo and everybody else.
Well, that was
so
quite an experience.
It was exciting.
I don't know. I haven't been on a plane in
guys.
a while now. I got to think your story is going to be stuck in my head when I go.
I just met somebody that has
my strategy backfired. I had the 2 IPAs thinking they're going to put me to sleep.
No, you see,
But see,
the IPAs made it get worse.
and the wings made it get worse. The whole mix just killed me the whole
terrible
flight.
mix.
Next time I'm not having
Why would you have that going home
It's
on a
like-
red eye?
Because I just thought it would put. I hadn't eaten.
I wouldn't even see on a red
So I
eye.
didn't wanna
I
just
would,
have the
on a
beer
red
and
eye.
not
I
eat.
wouldn't drink anything an hour and a half before. I wouldn't eat anything an hour and a half before.
Tea and toast.
I was there.
You
I
wanna
was
get
there
in-
over 2 hours before. That's
Yeah.
when I got to the bar.
Yeah,
So I did. I was there super early.
And
That's
whatever,
why I went.
if beer is like goes right through you, you're not gonna have beer. Maybe you'll have a martini or
I
something.
figured,
like
all right, if I got to pee, whatever, I peed before I got on a plane.
Listen, having
Didn't
you
matter.
on there, all I could tell you is when you got in the car, you're like, I was like, oh my god,
Dude, I was
miserable.
dead. I was half dead.
That
it was-
flight
it
takes
was
a
awful.
lot out of people. That red eye from California to Manhattan lands at 6:30.
Well, it certainly took a lot out of me.
Hey,
I get a lot of them.
8 pounds
From
he
one
lost
end.
on that
Dude,
flight.
Yeah.
they stay asleep the whole time, or they get work done. But it's terrible.
I've done it a lot. I used to go there a lot. I think it's the only way to come back is on the red eye. I'd still say that. I don't think it's not worth the whole day traveling because you got to
I'd
add
rather go
3
on a
hours
late
when you
flight.
get here.
I'd
Like,
rather go on a late flight.
Teresa Farrell
Yeah.
saying hi.
Really?
hello,
Yes.
Teresa.
Hi, Teresa. She's probably sitting right outside.
Greg
the car's running.
Greg DiFilippo.
Tell
was
her to come
asking
in.
where Teresa is.
Teresa said hi to you. We miss you. That's from Ann Rothney. Bruno Capolo's laughing. Ann Rothney's laughing hysterically about the fart story. Rangers
It was
don't look.
brutal.
Rangers don't look too bad, huh?
Rangers are winning the cup this year.
I
said this
think
all
so
along.
too. I think so
Don't
too.
say that. Don't say that.
I think they're gonna I think they're gonna have a fall run.
Listen, they look good.
They
You
don't
know,
get any injuries.
Igor's back to being Igor. I'll say that.
Yeah, but the best thing about
The
your
Islanders
team,
have looked good. Okay, I mean today was a little
4 in a
different
row they've
story,
lost.
but
best
well,
thing about the
yeah,
Rangers,
but they
right?
just
Hey,
won 7.
Best thing about the Rangers, besides Panarin and all those guys, is quick. Because you want to know something, you need 2 goalies to get to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Well, let me
I
tell
think you
Quick,
do.
Quick saved us in the beginning of the season many times.
I've been
when
saying
Igor
it
wasn't playing well.
since they got him. I
So-
think that was their best pickup ever.
Absolutely, it was
A few
absolutely a
weeks ago,
great
I picked
pickup.
Rangers. I picked Rangers for the Stanley Cup. I'm thinking the Yankees are going to win the World Series this year. It's a bad. year
Even
for them.
without
He'll be back.
Derek Cole.
He's not going to be gone long.
You don't think so?
No.
Well,
Unless they're
if it-
pulling a
but
Jacob
even if it-
DeGrom here.
Yeah, but even if it's not long, even if it's 1 to 2 months,
Now
I mean, you got to let him, come back and then see if he's going to make it the rest of the season.
He will.
So I've been listening to a couple of late night hosts on WFAN because I've been working late, and they all been coming back, not at you specifically, but at the your mindset that the Mets are gonna not really be that good this year. That a lot of people are
They're
saying
not.
that the lineup is pretty stacked.
Stacked? What's the definition of stacked if that lineup is stacked?
Consistent.
Stacked is an all-star
And the
lineup.
problem is we don't have enough pitching, but we might have enough pitching to
Where's
make
the
the
stacked
playoffs.
part of this lineup?
I think they
I
got
have
very
a lot of question marks.
Okay, so what's your question marks? If you got listen,
Marte is a huge question mark.
he's gonna have a great year.
Oh, really? So you say so?
I do.
What? I'm based on what?
I just based on
My
his
feeling.
based on the back
He
of his baseball card.
He could have a good year.
Based on the
he
back
has
of
the
his base-
ability to have a good year.
The back of his
I'll say
baseball
that.
card says he's due to have a good year this year. That's what it says. And you want to know how I know that? Because me and Michael been
You know,
collecting
if I was going to
cards.
base the back of everything on the back of baseball cards, we'd be 12-time world champions, and Bobby Bonilla would be in the Hall of Fame.
So would the Yankees.
But I mean, come on, back of the baseball
So
card,
the
this guy could
Yankees.
be done. I don't know if he's done, but he could be done.
Who, Marte?
Yeah, and you look at our we got Bader. He can't hit.
He's going to be a great center fielder.
Awesome. So was Don Hahn. Go back to the 1973 Mets. Don Hahn was a great fielder, but could not.
He will be a good center fielder. But
Pete Alonso's got to do better than 217. Gotta. Lindor's a solid player, and but he doesn't hit for high average either. And you
Alvarez is a star. You
so
catch
far,
Alvarez hit
hold
209.
on. Can I give you Sterling Marte's spring training stats so far?
He's been doing good. I think he's been doing good.
I don't know. He's got an 091 batting
He's
average
kicking ass. He's gonna have
with
a great
the
year.
23 plate appearances.
I'm drinking your wine.
22 at bats.
All right, so you now
He's
tell me
got
what
2
you're
hits
basing
and
the
2
gr-
RBIs and
See,
1
now I
walk
didn't even know this because I haven't watched any game.
and 3 strikeouts.
But I'm just telling you, I don't have any confidence in this guy. None. I think he's done.
So that's not looking too good so far.
I'm telling you, I think they're going to be good.
Okay.
I think they're going to make the
Give
playoffs.
me the play. All right, give me the reason why you think they're good.
I just think
Run
that
down the lineup. Who's
My
leading
line-
off?
Name me the 5
who's
starting
leading
pitchers
off?
that are going to just give us those victories. Go.
I think Quintana's going to have a good year.
How? Why?
I think Hauser's going to have a good
Why?
year.
Why do you think
I
these
think
guys?
McGill. You're asking me, and I'm
I'm
answering
I know
you.
he's asking you
Based
why.
on what?
Based on what?
At the back of their baseball card. That's my new motto.
Hauser has a back of a card,
Yeah, Hauser played for Milwaukee Brewers, I think.
and he was a star.
How
How many
many
All-Star
was
games he
consistent? I don't know, but he was consistent.
He's just throwing shit.
No, I'm not throwing shit. I think
How do you
they're
spell his name?
Houser.
Adrian?
I don't know.
No.
No, he's a.
I want to know, and also,
I don't even think
You-
he's in
you tell
baseball
me.
reference.
Severino.
Think he's going to have a.
Well,
bounce
everybody's
back.
going to be a superstar this year for you.
I didn't say superstar.
Well,
I just said consistent.
You haven't named one person that's
I
going to
do.
be
Guys,
even off.
Severino has not looked very impressive.
Alvarez,
McGill has.
can I talk? Alvarez, Lindor, Nimo, and Alonso are going to have spectacular years. Marte's going to have a very good year, and the rest of the guys and Beatty and all those guys are just going to be consistent.
You're a pipe dreamer. This
You asked me for my answer,
but you don't have
I've
any
given
the
you my-
basis on.
but I do have a basis on
What?
it. I think
My
Alvarez.
feeling.
No,
You think
yes,
based on what?
based on what I've seen so far out of my eye and spring training.
Spring training. So he's hit 91, and you just told me he's going to have a spectacular year.
I think he's healthy. I think he's going to have a spectacular year.
I will,
All right,
I will
How's-
bet
how's
you right
their-
now David Wright's very healthy, but I don't see a good year coming out of him.
he's retired.
Right. That's what I meant.
I know.
Adrian Hauser,
Yeah, well, we see these great
last year, he had a .8 WAR. He was
0.8. That's kicking it.
8 wins, 5 losses, ERA of 4.12,
4.1.
23 games.
You know what, Bob? You even said if anybody has a 4.0 whatever is actually pretty good. This
I was
day-
going to say
I
4,
never said
well,
day and
4
age,
is
well,
not
he said
terrible.
I never said
4
that.
is not terrible. 111 innings pitched last year.
he's going to be an innings.
96 strikeouts
10
in
wins.
111 innings.
10 wins, 11 wins. So
But-
there's 11 wins.
Less than
How
a
do you figure
strikeout.
11?
Quintana gives me 12.
He only had
13.
8 last year. How do you
Guys,
figure 11?
So I'm answering you. You guys are coming at me.
You talk
No,
about
no.
baseball cards. I look at the Yankees. I see Garrett Cole. I got a baseball card. I have a history with this guy that he could show me that he could have a great year. I got Marcus Stroman, who I know can have a great year. Marcus Stroman can pitch. Okay. Cortez, who's the other one? I forgot. Rondon. He's had some really good years.
Rodon. Yeah, he's had really good years, except when he wears pinstripes.
Right. So maybe he turns it around. But that's speculation that maybe their pitching comes around. Diaz is coming off of a year off.
Well, that's what Debbie Broderick said. What
Right.
about Diaz?
Diaz is coming off a year off. I don't know what he's going to
You
do.
don't know what you
Mike
got.
Bott said Marte is actually scorching the ball. All his outs are hard hits.
Right. That's what people say when they're losing. Go.
Go ahead.
Right.
Graz, another dinner that you won't that I won't pay for. I will. These guys are all going out. See, smart ass in Tampa, Florida. We're going to go see Matt Arvalo in Manhattan for a late night at 12:30 in the evening. Good time. Charlie Myers is coming with us, and Mike Nicolia wants to
You picking
come
up
with
this
us.
whole bill?
Yes,
Bruno Coppola.
Yes.
Is,
yes, the comedy night. Yes, I am. I'm going to pick up that night.
oh, you are.
Yes, not the drinks.
Instead of is that
Just
instead of the
just
park
just the
side?
admission.
Just
No.
the beef jerky.
You know what?
Yeah. Are we going to
If
get
you
beef
guys,
jerky
if you
in the
guys
car?
relinquish Parkside, I probably would.
Relinquish.
Yeah, if
So
you
all of a
guys.
sudden-
Oh, now we have to
Yeah.
relinquish the bet that we won.
Yeah.
I said if you.
Let me see. Let me
No.
think
No.
about that.
No. There'll be no,
No.
turning back on that.
All
No.
right. So
How
you're
about,
not
how about F
relinquishing.
no?
Okay.
How about 1,000% no?
Okay.
How's that better?
That's better.
Okay. No, I
I've
want to
already-
eat
I've
at
al-
Parkside.
Okay.
I've been told the place is great. Bobby loves it, and I can't go.
Can I get back to the Mets? Because you guys say I go full circle.
Anyway, well, wait. First, I got to point out Bruno Coppola very excited that the Red Sox beat the Yankees today in spring training 12-6.
Means a lot, Bruno.
Means a lot, Bruno, especially when your franchise is in the toilet.
And
It
Bruno,
does. It
well,
means a
Bruno
lot.
said the Florida Panthers, who is the Stanley Cup final favorites, The Florida Panthers are the Stanley Cup favorites
because they're in first place
at
in the
most
league.
of our best
yes,
live betting
First
sites.
place in the East.
I see the Rangers getting really hot in the playoffs and winning because Shesterkin is amazing.
He said
and
Edmonton.
they have about 5-6 guys who can pump the puck into the net.
Edmonton or Florida. That's what Bruno
And they
said.
play good defense.
All right.
They're playing well.
I don't
that's
kid
all
myself.
I'll say about my
I am
Rangers.
a realist. I do not kid myself. The Islanders, I said it before the season started, have a very weak team. They do not have a very good team. They don't belong in any playoffs. They're not going very far if they do. I said it before the season started, and the fact that they kind of stood pat with what they had last year really disappointed the piss out of me. It really did. You got a brand new arena, put a good team, and let's play some real hockey over here and let's make something exciting. But they didn't do anything this year.
Can't blame you.
Yeah, but you guys were on a nice little streak going.
That doesn't get me excited.
I just want to get. You know what?
Does
I
not
want you
get me
guys to have
excited.
enough of a streak to get into the playoffs. I'd like to.
Why? What's the point?
Because you know us Ranger fans would like to watch us Rangers beat your Islanders.
Exactly.
And
That's the only
and
reason I want to
badly.
see them there.
Yes.
Well, they don't even play each other anymore. They played each other twice.
3 times they played each other this year.
Yeah. No, they was twice. The Stadium Series is today. That's the only two.
There's one more game. There's got to be another game.
Oh, there's another game, but I mean, they've only
no.
played two.
Hey guys, could you
ridiculous.
share the show, please?
There's no rivalry anymore.
No,
I
they
mean,
killed
you
it.
play. They killed it because you don't even play each other.
Used to be at least 6 games.
6, 7, yeah. Now it's like 2, 3.
So you wouldn't like to see the Islanders versus the Rangers just because I have that attitude?
No,
that,
because I know what they're going to get. They're going to get their asses kicked.
you never lightning strikes.
I don't want to see it.
Please
I
share
don't want
the
to be embarrassed.
Harrison Beta stats last year, by the way, 232 batting average,
Excellent.
74 hits, 319 at bats, 40
Gonna have a
RBI,
breakout year. I think he's going to be amazing.
40 RBIs, 20
40.
strikeouts,
How many?
20.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I'm sorry, 20 stolen bases.
I was
Sorry,
going to say 20 strikeouts is
no.
amazing.
Listen,
7 home runs, 44 runs.
come out,
Raking.
You know what? I've been listening to
348
old
slug.
shows. You've been right about a lot of stuff. This year, I think you're wrong.
OPS 622.
I'm sorry.
You're right about a
Not even
lot.
on base.
Matter of fact, there's a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say, "Why did they even get this guy?" I mean, I know he's a great glove. That's great, but the Yankees let him go. The Yankees don't let people go unless they just don't think they're going to help them win,
or even eventually help them win.
so they don't let people go. They would have hung on to him if he was some sort of star player.
He's a hometown
and
kid.
he was a great fielder, no question about it.
He is. He can cover a
And
lot
they
of
wanted
ground.
the defense at the time that they got him, but they don't need it right now. That Yankee team with Rizzo, right? Rizzo is in the middle of it. You don't even talk about him anymore.
Yeah.
You got Stanton, you got Judge, you got Soto, you got Gleyber Torres. That's a stacked lineup.
All right. Torres is having
To
a
put the
great
Mets
spring.
in the category of stacked anything,
I think they're going to be good.
you thought they were going to win the.
I'll bet you then. Fine. Share the show, everybody. Please give us a like.
This is why he lost the bet, though, right?
And I haven't
I mean,
paid
this
it
is
yet.
For me to say
Right. This
double
is
or
why
nothing.
we're telling him.
But I'm
last
financially
year-
ready to pay my bet. So I'm ready. You hear it on the air, folks. I'm ready to pay my bet. We'll go to the Parkside. I even invited Teresa. Teresa could come too because she was here part of that. That might make,
She's like the Vig.
I don't know what that means. I listen. This is what got you in trouble with the bet because
Okay.
we both sat here
Okay.
I'm like, "Are you
before
kidding
that
me?"
bet and said you were crazy to
Okay.
think that the
I don't
Mets were
think-
going to make the playoffs or even the Yankees were going to make the
The
playoffs.
Mets are making. I'm not talking about the Yankees. I think you know what? I think both the Mets and the Yankees are making the playoffs again.
The Yankees are a slam dunk for making.
So
the
then
playoffs.
I'm saying that the Mets are going to make it too. So you know what? You mull it over, figure out what you want the bet to be. I'm in.
What? I'm still waiting on last year's bet.
All right. Well, I'm settling.
Right. I'll make this year's bet when you pay last year's bet.
Bobby, you might as well
After I
bet
eat
him.
the meal at the Parkside, I'll let you know my decision.
Fucking
Yeah, at that
fuck
dinner.
you, DiFilippo.
Mhm.
Graz, Bobby, you
Very
might,
good.
At
At the dinner. Right. I will give you that decision at the dinner.
Bobby, you might as well bet him a week in Bora Bora because you know you're not going to get it.
Was that Greg?
Yes.
So true, Greg. Right. How about a week in Vegas? Let's bet that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Bruno,
getting that
share the
either.
show for us.
You
And
know?
DiFilippo, share the show in other places. We want to be in like,
Yeah, we'll be in Vegas.
Hey,
we'll be popping
I wanna be in
bottles
Haiti.
in clubs.
I want to be in Haiti where they're eating people and stuff like that.
Oh, my God.
There's a coup going on over there. There's a coup going on in Haiti right
Yeah,
now.
what's going on?
Big
Hayden?
problems over there.
I don't know. But let me
It's not good.
just get to this quick because I'm getting out of here. St. John's not in the tournament. Travesty.
That is a travesty, by the way. I mean, I don't know if anybody's following that, but
Why are
that's-
they not in? They just refuse to be in it.
I actually
No,
think
Pino knows they
I
suck.
think he
They-
pissed somebody off.
They lost.
think Patino's
They lost the conference. Obviously, they got knocked out of the conference tournament. They had to rely on a at-large bid, and I guess the committee didn't feel that they did enough to get in. All right.
No,
I mean,
thought
I can't argue the
I
stats
thought
here and
they
there either
actually
way.
declined.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
No.
that right?
No. I don't think you're right. I think they weren't asked. I don't think they declined.
I think they weren't asked.
Bruno, hold on.
Let
Resident
me
sports
find out.
guy Bruno Capolo or Greg DiFilippo. Tell me if St. John's declined. Nick, you won't decline. When you get invited, you never decline. They weren't declined. They weren't declined.
If you know you're going to get embarrassed, you will.
No.
Yeah, but you would still.
Sarah, are you there? I got a couple of questions for you before we leave. Before I leave.
What's going on?
How was the freak show last night? Have a good time?
The show was very, very good.
They did a good job.
They did great.
All girls and one transgender. Well, he's a girl now too. She's a girl now. Good time.
Everybody was awesome.
Any-
Everybody had a good time. It was a packed house.
Ooh,
And
Packed house. Where was this?
here.
What are you doing?
I'm getting done. That's all my stuff was. I asked them about the.
You got to put 52 lines through one word.
Oh, I was having a little fun with it. I think you were watching me.
What? I'm listening to it.
I'm listening to Bobby.
No. They declined after missing the NCAA
Right, they
tournament.
They declined the NIT.
They declined the NIT
Yeah,
tournament.
So that he told them I don't want to
Playing
play
in the
no more
NIT.
because they would have won the NIT. He would have won the NIT, and it would have been the biggest draw in the NIT, St. John's. But he don't want
So
to do
that's
that.
what I'm talking about. Why would you
That
decline that?
yeah, why would you decline that? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's trying to get fired.
No,
I don't think so.
He's trying.
Hey, Bob,
Well,
Yo.
they didn't decline it. They asked them not to invite them.
did you check that social media thing we were talking about on YouTube? So all our platforms, TikTok, X, Instagram, are all kicking ass
Through the roof.
through the roof. Literally, the TikToks are just go through the roof. Everybody's been watching. Even Horowitz goes, "Yeah, I saw your TikToks. Goes pretty damn good." I go, "Thanks." Pontillo and everything else.
Nice.
So the
Joe
only thing that's
Pontillo's
not
good.
kicking ass, after last week's show, we had 42 views on just not too many on YouTube, and it keeps going down. It's going down, right?
people, they
How
want
could it
their
go
money-
down?
They want their time back.
Once you got 42, it went down to 38. Why
No,
did
it
it-
went down to 15. Right, Bobby? These guys are looking at me like
Somebody hack our account?
we don't know.
No, I have seen YouTube numbers fluctuate. How
How
Well,
could
that's
they
not
fluctuate?
a
Once
flux-
somebody's
that's-
watched it, they've watched it.
I know.
That's
I
like
don't-
massive air turbulence.
I've
That's not a
seen it.
fluctuation.
I asked him, he goes, "I have no idea." I go, "You see it, right?" Because I even gave him backup to all my
Yeah,
social
but that
media
has to
pages.
be like a reapplication of the show or something like that.
I don't know, but I put I showed Bobby all my applications of all my stuff, social media, and they're all doubled. Correct, Bob? You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So before I leave, I want to know who Bobby Lacerda's favorite show is.
My favorite show right now is a new one.
Oh boy.
It's on Thursday nights,
Yep.
9 p.m.
Okay.
It's called Chasing Fabulous.
Chasing who?
Chasing Fabulous.
Chasing fabulous.
Two awesome ladies, and they have a lot of fun, and it's a good show. I do it on the big stage.
Is that Valentina?
No, she's on.
That's the
at
Breakfast
7
Club.
p.m. This is a new show on the new stage with
I saw Valentina the other night.
4 cameras.
The
and
new
it's pretty
stage with
insane.
4 cameras doing a little promo for Strong Island TV. Let's pay attention.
That's why he's on. We have the biggest audience, and now they listen to us.
Love it.
All right.
How do we get that stage?
Well, good luck.
We don't get
I hope
that
they do
stage.
well.
I hope so.
Give them our Sunday nights.
You know, I tell you, you're a very strange individual, right? Because even in the beginning of the show, listen,
You're just
I'm
learning
like,
this now.
I'm like
2 years in.
I'm like one of the last people on earth, and who has been gracious enough to let you guys stay here for as long as I have.
Gracious.
and he's already talking about moving to another studio,
No, not.
raising money, taking out loans to get the hell out of here
No.
and go somewhere. You know, I guess greater than here.
Well, Ann Rotney says I'm chasing fabulous. That's what it's called.
Chasing fat.
Well, I have
And
to check
Graz
that
is
out.
chasing fantasy. He's
Right.
been chasing fantasy for years
And
So-
people are chasing Graz out of their studios.
So,
and getting chased.
so guys, let me. When you came in, did you like wipe down the table? Did you go and like clean up a little bit?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you use any paper towels?
Yes.
Where'd you get them from? The bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. Did you grab 1, 2?
3.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't know. I walked in there and this is what I see.
Well, what you? Oh no!
That's what I see.
Sorry.
And he wonders why he's difficult to have around.
Come on, that's not meant. I just pulled it and didn't realize
What are you
it.
spinning, the Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah,
It's
he
No,
made
spun
of
the Wheel of
towel.
Fortune.
It was 9:00. They just walked out. I got 15 minutes to make sure. I come in here. I sprayed it.
So
I
are
sprayed
you
the
saying that was
mics.
done in haste?
Yes, I was rushing. I didn't know where the spray was. I apologize. Are you gonna be mad at me for that?
Well, it's
No, he's just it's an example of what it's like to deal with you.
You're gonna have
in
to
his
bring in a
studio.
case of paper
I
towels.
mean,
next
put
week.
it this way: that was even before the show started. And
Okay.
you've been here like an hour and a half already.
No,
So
hey, smart ass. You're funny too because I even turned to you and I said, "All right, I think I need new cups." I said, I think I need to get some dishes too and everything else. And I said,
Dishes.
I even need to get myself a roll of paper towels.
Clean dishes.
So I'm bringing all that stuff in, but I didn't mean to do that. And I
no,
apologize.
it's quite
All
I'm
right,
just playing.
thank you.
I love having you around.
Wow, that sounded painful to say, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a regretful sigh.
Does he pee on the toilet seat too?
Probably.
Wow.
Interesting
You just
exchange.
got- you were like on a witness stand there just now. Did you come in and did you wipe down the table?
I did.
Did you spray the table?
I did.
Did you use paper towels when you
I
sprayed the
did
table?
use
How
paper
many?
towels.
I'm repeating what he did.
I know, but I
Right?
did. I did all
and then
the.
he goes, "Did you use paper towel?" Yes, I did. And then he shows you the picture.
How many paper
He
towels?
let you walk into guilt. he walked you into guilt.
There is no other show that walks in here and does that. I know for a fact.
No, there's
we've
no
always,
other-
we've
there's no other
always
person maybe. I've
we've-
never.
Well,
Rich.
That's just a habit from
Govs.
Yeah, that we
that-
always clean.
Correct.
We used to follow the Dan Romano show. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost like a prerequisite to your health.
It was
to
a
spray
it was a
down.
cleansing.
Yeah,
It was like oil stains all over the counter, and they
Oh
even have
God!
pizza.
Yeah, I mean, one time
But,
you had the butt bongo in there. One time, you
yeah.
gotta clean up in that place. It was some
On
rough
the Dan
days.
Romano show. Let's go down to the Dan Romano show.
Dan's got a
Everybody
problem.
got paid on my show.
Dan's got a problem with people buying views on this shows.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Wow, isn't that
I think
ironic?
he bought some of ours. Took
Yeah.
away 35 views from our show.
Isn't that something?
He says you're a fraud if you
Right.
mislead your audience.
Dan,
Is that true, Dan?
he's right.
He's right.
Oh, me, yeah. Dan.
No, you absolutely. It's fraudulent to buy views. It's what do you call it? Sacrilege almost. To buy views.
Sacrilegious.
Yeah, sacrilege.
He says you mislead your audience.
Right. You mislead the audience. You make them think you're something better than you are.
You're a fake.
You're a fraud.
Your show is a fraud.
You're a phony.
And he says, look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror, you loser.
That's exactly how he said it too.
Loser.
He goes, I want all these shows to know, look in the mirror, you losers.
Yeah, you're a bunch of losers. Buying views. Nobody watched your show. And then you're gonna put 3,500 views on
He
there.
goes, one of the shows had 43 views. He goes 24 hours later, they had 625.
Yeah.
How? In his own little way.
It's almost like the reverse of the 2020 election. You go to sleep, there's a million more votes.
There's more votes.
You go to sleep with this, there's a million more views.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm done.
Very interesting.
Look at that. Oh, and our show's going on the road. Because I told you we're doing road trips with.
Oh yeah, we're doing.
Oh
road
yeah,
shows.
that's right.
Sarah
We're
doesn't
going
wanna
to
hear that.
California. Yeah.
Lila's.
Yes.
Joe Pontillo is going to be at Lila's on the 29th of March. Friday, March 29th. Our buddy Joe Pontillo is going to be at Lila's
Where's
in
Lila?
East 33 Main Street in East Rockaway. All right, he's doing a show. I'm leaving. All right, bye. I love
Hey.
you. He's like, great. Now I can talk, and now the show changes.
Before you can,
Sounds
before you
fantastic.
go, can you let everybody know that we're now broadcasting live on Vimeo?
Oh, sure. We're now broadcasting live on Vimeo. Is that good for us?
Vimeo.
Great for you. It's
Sounds
a
like
whole
somebody
other
screwed up
platform.
saying.
Are we
video.
allowed to be on that platform? Because
Oh,
you
look at this.
We'll find
Live on Facebook Live, YouTube,
Yes.
Vimeo,
yes,
Twitter,
we're in Long Island's largest
Twitch,
independent television
Roku,
network.
Fire TV, Optimum.
Yep.
Are we on Optimum, Bobby?
We're not.
You guys are not on
curse.
Optimum due to profanity reasons.
Correct.
Ah.
All right. Next week, good
But Teresa Farrell is on Saturday morning.
Isn't that
10
too
o'clock.
bad?
10 o'clock.
She's
my
changed
son.
her hours.
Yeah.
Tea time, you got a good show. Keep it up.
Yeah, she's on the Optimum.
Yep. All right, listen. Good time, Charlie Myers. Next week, he's going to be hosting with us. I'll be back next week. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Good night, everybody. God bless.
Hey, God bless, Braz.
Goodbye.
Happy St. Patrick's.
Thank you.
Bye. Happy St. Patrick's Day,
Thank you,
Braz.
sir.
Drive safely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Make some money.
Evening our show tonight. Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hey,
Anthony.
thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure.
Nice of you to come by. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, right. We'll have
Oh,
false.
He says he won't call from the
false
road, but I have a
promises.
funny feeling there will be some phone calls.
Yeah, okay. All right.
He's going to call us to tell us.
to
that
tell us he's not
calling.
going. Yeah, I'm not calling. I told you I wasn't going to call.
Hey, drive safe. All right.
Just wanted to call and tell you that.
Yeah, I just want to call and tell you that I'm not calling.
That I'm not calling.
So yeah. So anyway, we're looking at now that the reality is going to set in that now he's gone, and I can sit here and talk about the reality of what the season is going to be. The Mets are not that good this year. Yankees, I think, are going at least to the American League Championship Series and probably to the World Series because they have a solid team, and I'm thinking they're going to win.
Yeah, but I mean, they haven't gotten that far since
To the World Series?
They haven't gotten to the World Series since what?
09.
09. They haven't gotten to the championship series since
I know they've been there.
yeah, they've been there, but it's been a while. I'll have to look that up. But that's been
I'm
quite
looking at
a
this
few
lineup.
years.
This lineup is scary. It's Soto. It's
well, if you say healthy Rizzo
Judge
and Soto,
Stanton are hitting bullets, and then you got Rizzo on top of that, and Gleyber Torres, and you got the
listen,
catcher.
he's having a good spring.
It's like a tough team. They're tough. That's a lineup I wouldn't want to have to face.
That's a tough lineup to have to face. I will say that, but I don't know. I don't like to predict that the team's going to the World Series or.
I'm just saying
like
it from a talent standpoint. I see it. I do. When they got Soto, it changed everything.
I need Rodon to show something, right? Cortez has to have a consistent year. What's Marcus Stroman going to give me? I know he's going to give you effort every 5 days or whatever he can. I mean,
I think Stroman's good.
I do too. I mean, I like Stroman. Hopefully, I mean, the only thing I don't like about Stroman is that Stroman at times makes it about Stroman only.
There's a lot of people like that, though.
Well, there is a lot of people like
He's
that.
just open about it.
And they're usually wide receivers for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. He's open about it, though. I mean, he's
My
open
other
about
team.
it, but he
he is. But I mean, sometimes that doesn't exactly make for great,
if his
team
teammates don't start resenting
chemistry
him.
and
But the
whatever
thing
you want
is,
to
too,
call it.
chemistry. You think team chemistry is that important?
I do.
I mean, nah.
I do.
It's guys who go out in the field and make sure they go put their best effort every day. The Yankees had the worst team chemistry in 1977 and 78 and won 2 World Series. So
Yeah, well,
that team chemistry was bad.
the different game, different talent. But I think team chemistry means something, especially late in the season. I think that's a lot of the reason why some teams end up playing well into the playoffs that weren't very good teams all year long.
You
Maybe
think
they
about what
just
the incentive
came together at some point.
The incentive for Major League Baseball player who's making $30 million a year, right? To sit there and say, all right, I want to get deep into the playoffs and I want to win the World Series. And you say to yourself, there are a lot of guys who just rather go home. They'd rather go home.
Some would, yeah.
So what you're looking for is guys who have a desire and a thirst to win.
Yeah, but you need 25 guys.
You don't have
that.
if you don't have that.
That's the chemistry I'm referring to.
I think Stroman does. Whether he's a great guy or not, I think he has the desire to win. I think he has the desire to get to a World Series and win it.
I think they all do to some. I think there's different degrees of who it is.
Some guys who don't want. I don't really care if they do or they don't.
Well, look, the guy that already won a World Series obviously would probably have less desire to get another one than the guy who hasn't gotten one. He already has one.
You also get a leader on a team like, let's say, Altuve with the Astros, who actually makes you want to win.
Mr. Buzzer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about him? He makes you want to win, or he makes you want to cheat? Which is it? Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
makes you want to slam.
I don't have any resentment towards him for this.
Makes you want to bang garbage cans.
I don't have any resentment of them for that.
Really?
No.
Wow. Well, because you're a Met fan.
No, not because I'm a Met fan. It's because I just know
because your team didn't get cheated out of a World Series.
because I know this shit goes on all the time. And it's what I talk
Come
about.
on.
I
You
talk
tell me banging garbage cans and buzzers and all this other stuff goes on all the time?
No, not all the time, but I'm
Oh,
saying
all
trying
right.
to steal signs does.
Well, it's trying to steal signs. It's
And
different.
so if that's
Everybody tries
unethical,
to do
then
that.
the method by which you did it, just because it's a more severe method, doesn't make it less ethical.
I don't agree.
How do you going
I
to
don't
tell me
agree.
that if somebody's stealing someone's signs and doing it in a quiet way, it's better than somebody banging a garbage can?
No. I would say somebody doing it not in a quiet way. I would call it more of a organic way, just a natural way.
I mean, there are guys who stand on second base,
rather than
looking on the
something being
catcher.
fabricated, like banging a garbage can or using a buzzer or getting some guy in center field. If you're doing that in the field of play between the lines,
How many players got
that's
suspended
fair
for
game.
this?
None.
There you go.
Right. Exactly. And whose fault is that? Mr. Manfred.
Yeah, but nothing
Well,
happened. A couple of people got fired.
that doesn't make it okay,
and they're all
though.
back.
Just because they didn't get punished, does that make it like we should all just forget
I'm
about it and
just
say it was
saying-
fine?
I'm just saying, doesn't make it like a big deal. Somebody didn't make it a big deal. I should make it a big deal when the commissioner of the baseball game baseball sport did not even make it a big deal.
Well, other people are making cheating a big deal. Maybe not this form of cheating.
Guys
but
stand on second base,
other
and watch
forms
the
of
catcher,
cheating,
and they see where the ball is going to go, and they signal the batter. You know, they do it all the
that's
time.
gamesmanship in the game.
That's not. That's the
Yes.
same. It's the same
No, it's
thing.
not the same thing. It's not. No. The aid of electronic devices and other, it's not the same thing as in the field of play. To me, that's just my opinion.
If it's all illegal, it's all illegal. You know, it does not degrees of it. It's like you can. It's like saying, all right, you can do 80 miles an hour on the parkway, but don't do 90. I mean,
No.
Come on.
No, it's like doing 80 miles an hour in a gas car and doing 100 miles an hour with nitrous.
You can shoot the guy, but with a low caliber weapon. Don't
No,
use,
you could kill him with your fist,
yeah,
but you can't shoot him
can't
to
shoot
kill him.
There you go. All right, that's what we're going with.
That's what I'm going with.
So you can just find somebody, beat the fuck out of him,
Right.
and kill him.
But I did it
But if
naturally.
you shot him.
I didn't have any assistance.
All right, so we're looking at degrees here.
I'm looking at degrees.
Degrees.
But
This
and
shit's
no
been going
punishment.
on. Where's even the fallout from all the fucking steroids from the years and years of steroids?
Well, I was going to say that before. There are punishments for certain types of cheating, but
what's
not
the
other
punishment?
kinds.
What's the punishment? What punishment did Barry Bonds ever get?
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
That's not a punishment.
Oh, it's a punishment.
That's not it's not Major League Baseball that says he can't be. It's
Well-
the writers who did that.
Still a punishment.
He's on the ballot. Major League Baseball has no right to take him off the ballot.
It's not a
They
Major
make-
League Baseball thing. It's the writers.
The only one that's
But it's still a
ineligible-
punishment.
The only one that's been made ineligible is Pete Rose.
Yes, okay. That's a punishment
So
from MLB.
That is
Right.
He's the only one.
He would be the only one from MLB. Yes.
Mark McGuire, Clemens, Barry
Sosa.
Bonds get on the ballot every year.
Yep.
It's the writers who
A-Rod.
choose not to put him in.
Mhm.
A-Rod
A-Rod.
suspended for a whole year once.
Except for David Ortiz, for some reason.
Now David Ortiz is
Now, why
perplexing.
David? Yeah. Perplexing.
Well,
Oh, it's
why did they
perplexing.
let him go?
Yeah,
did-
why?
Was he on a list? Was he caught? Was he ever
He was on the list.
tested positive?
He was on the list.
He was on the list.
He was on the list, just
So
like
how
all
come-
the other guys.
So how come no big deal was ever made of it?
Media loved him.
See what I'm saying?
Great guy, personable guy.
So I'm saying the rules are not the rules.
Well,
You
but
know?
I know, but he's
So
still
we're looking at We're looking at
It doesn't
degrees.
make that any
So if you
more
cheat,
right.
Do steroids and be a nice guy.
right.
You're okay.
That doesn't make it any more right. But
No,
that's
it
just what.
doesn't.
No.
Listen, I think there are so many guys who were doing steroids that we don't even know about right now. Like David Wright to me was a steroids guy. I believe it.
You think so?
And that's why he got fucked up.
Mm.
Yeah. You don't go from the size he was to the size he became and have all these back problems and everything else. He does have scoliosis of some whatever.
Yeah, I was.
But I think
He was a little
and I'm
paunchy?
just putting it out there. that
Paunchy,
He
you mean?
was
Like-
ridiculously huge for a while.
It was thicker.
Yeah. And then he
Yeah.
got really, really skinny. And all of a sudden he couldn't play anymore. So I don't know.
Well,
But I'm saying there's degrees of acceptability for cheating. You can't have that. Once you punish guys for doing the steroids and everything else, you're setting precedent. And you're saying, listen, don't fuck around with us over here because we're gonna throw you out.
yeah, but
This gave license to people like Beltran and Altuve to do the stupid shit they did.
remember there was no.
And
Yeah,
the
but
manager.
Yeah, but hold
Who
on.
turned his head the other way?
There was never a rule that steroids were illegal. Am I right?
There became a rule.
There
sure.
became a rule.
Right.
But while these guys were using steroids, there was not a rule in place.
Well, there was talk
So
about it.
technically,
1998, I'll never forget this. I mean, 1998.
I don't mean talk. I mean an
no,
actual
but they were talking
rule.
about whether Mark McGuire was doing andro.
Yes.
And they said if he was, it's an illegal substance banned by Major League Baseball.
Creatine, I think, was the substance because
right,
they found it
creatine.
in his locker.
Right. So he was doing it.
Right.
And they did
A reporter
nothing.
saw it on his shelf.
They did nothing.
No.
And then they point back, they go back to the years of back in the 70s, 60s, 50s. Greenies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were all popping greenies.
Yep.
Which to me, okay, it's like drinking a Red Bull.
And what were pitchers putting on balls back then?
Everything.
Everything.
I like
Everything
that.
they could.
That's good.
No glove checks.
Learn
hat checks.
Learn a craft. Learn a craft.
Learn a
Gaylord
craft.
Perry was amazing.
Learn to spit.
He was
Okay.
he was a craftsman because he would go like this under his hat and he'd go like this under his sleeves and stuff like that. There was nothing there. Because there was nothing there. They wanted them to check there.
Right.
He wanted them to check his
He
hair,
wanted- yeah.
check under his hat, check under the brim of
'Cause
his
there's
hat,
nothing there.
check in here. Because what he really did was he had it probably in his back pocket.
Right.
And he would stick his hand in his back pocket and put it on. A little Vaseline, whatever the fuck he was using.
Yep.
The funniest thing was when Joe Negro? Goes like this. What?
Joe
What?
Negro.
And he puts his hands up like this, and this piece of sandpaper flew out of his fingers.
Yes.
And they picked it up off the mound, sandpaper.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been going on. Cheating has been going on forever.
It has.
Ever. The Astros took it to a new level. And by taking it to a new level, they brought it to light.
So you think they're no guiltier than anybody else that's cheated, depending on no matter what they did to
Right.
cheat? You think cheating is cheating?
Someone had to know about this, and someone should have done something about it a long time before.
Yeah, they never did anything, including the manager, who then got another job.
Right? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying
I
is,
mean,
when you let shit go,
come
it
on.
gets bigger. It gets bigger. And this got bigger. They've been doing this sign stealing shit for years. The Atlanta Braves or whatever, they all do it. Look at the New England Patriots. They were filming other teams' practices.
yeah,
You know,
right.
until you get
Spygate.
caught, it's okay.
Yeah, but they'll be, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady will be revered for generations to come.
That's what I'm saying, though. You can't have
will.
both. You can't have it both ways where you're sitting there going, well, that's that level. It's okay. It's not at any level. It should be no good or it's all good. You can't just go with degrees of it. And cheating, the Astros cheated, but other teams have been cheating for years. And they've been doing it and getting away with it, and no one's done anything. So they took it to a scientific level. They brought in video technology and buzzer
communication
technology,
devices,
and
Right.
that's why I believe that I remember I forgot who it was at a home run, and they always used to rip the guy's shirt off, and he wouldn't let him.
Yeah,
because he knew
because he had the buzzer.
He was
under his jersey.
He was Big Pussy from The Sopranos with the tape.
And right after the game, the reporter asked him why. And do you remember the answer?
No, I don't.
The answer that Jose Altuve gave was that it was because of his girlfriend.
She didn't want him with no shirt.
And he was very shy about not having a shirt on. That was the excuse. Right. Yeah. Might be a little shy about the wires, but he blamed it on his girlfriend. She wouldn't like it, and he was shy about taking his shirt off. Yeah. That's the excuse. And
I know he would.
That was the immediate BS excuse he gave right after the game.
But then again, so the Astros now win the World Series in 2022.
Right.
So obviously they're a good team.
Or they're just good at cheating.
Did they cheat in 22?
Don't know. I would say probably. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Why not?
What I'm saying, though, is so they did it quietly and no one caught them this time. So
I guess. Okay. Apparently.
To me, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't make it okay. I just assumed they cheated and got away with it.
They were blatant about it with the 2017 team. So blatant.
Well,
but guys have been
make it any better.
They've been putting cameras out over the scoreboards and stuff in center field and doing it, and they go into the locker rooms and they check stuff, and it's been going on forever. It's nothing new.
Doesn't make it any more right.
Right, but I'm just saying you can't vilify the Astros and take away the fact that they won the World Series. They did. They won it.
No, they didn't. They cheated.
So you're saying they're the only ones?
No, I'm not saying they're the only ones.
So
but if you're asking me specifically about the Astros in 2017, they cheated to get a World Series. Yeah. And if they listen, enjoy your trophy. I don't care. You live with that. That's fine with me.
No, it's not my problem.
No, it's not my problem. I mean, you want to jump up and down and say we won a World Series, great, good for you. You want it
too in the last.
You want it knowing everybody knows you cheated. Well, listen, maybe the other two you can maybe validate if you say they didn't cheat because I guess they didn't get caught. But
no, I'm sure the eyes are.
But that one,
on them.
That one,
the eyes were.
That one has to carry a stench with it, at least. You know what I mean? I mean, there's got to be a funk that carries that 2017 World Series trophy.
It says right on it, the funk of 2017.
But seriously, I mean, if you stand there and you look at the 2022 and the 2017, you go, yeah, wow, the 2017 one. I mean, they had that whole thing with the trash cans and whatever. 2022, you didn't hear anything. So that one, that one's solid. But this one over here, I don't know.
So then I look back on teams that had guys on roids. And
Jose Canseco.
Is it better?
Go back to the A's
that they won the
80s?
World Series with guys who were all juiced up on steroids and cheated to get that World Series. They cheated to get the World Series.
I'm not saying it's better, but did they cheat because there was no rule? Is that cheating? That's their argument.
No, there's been rule for a long time now.
No.
Around since
there
the
was no
early 2000s.
rule in the 80s that you couldn't use.
Say the 80s. I'm talking about the early 2000s. I'm talking about since
whenever
2003.
Is that when the rule came out?
It came out then.
2003. All right. So anything pre 2003 teams that won.
I
World
remember
Series
Lenny
on
Dykstra
steroids.
coming to camp in 1989. It was bulked up like you wouldn't believe. In the back page of the news, they said Lenny Hulkstra. He looked ridiculously huge, and I knew then he was taking steroids because I had friends who took steroids, and I knew what it looked like.
Right.
They were bodybuilders, and they just take steroids, and they would tell you they took them.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew the look, that ridiculous, the shoulders,
I knew
the
some.
arms,
Yep.
and
remember, I grew up in Staten Island.
Yeah,
I knew quite a few.
Yeah, so I was looking at that. I was like,
I never looked like that.
Lenny Dykstra's doing steroids.
Yeah.
And there he was, all of a sudden popping home runs. And smoking the ball all over the ballpark, and I'm going, "Oh my God!"
Was it the steroids or the cocaine?
It was a combo
Combination.
Yeah, he was combining. It was called a dyke ball, not a speedball, a dyke ball.
Dyke ball.
It's
kind of a funny name.
He was all Dykstra. He was ridiculously huge after a while, and then he ended up with back problems. It's a funny thing that a lot of these guys end up with back problems. But that's what happened. And, you can look at all these guys too, and you can sit there why did, let's just say, for instance, why did, Kirby Puckett and Tony Gwynn have these ridiculously weird illnesses?
You think they were steroid users?
Going around. Don Mattingly, back problems. He went from a guy who did not hit home runs to a guy who hit home runs in
Don
8
Mattingly has
games.
the same body shape today as he did in 1983.
No, he was pretty big.
I don't know.
But he was a crouch hitter, line drive hitter. All of a sudden, he's hitting these home runs. He's hitting eight straight games. Nobody else ever did that before. 8 straight games, hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
Grand slams, you name it.
He was a great hitter, though.
And then all of a sudden, he develops these ridiculous back.
He hit 8 home runs, in Yankee Stadium? 319 feet?
Games.
Yeah, but I mean, are they bombs?
He was hitting over 30 a year. When prior to that, he wasn't.
He was a good hitter.
He wasn't known for it. I don't know. It was weird. And then he got all these back problems. Makes me wonder. It's a red flag to me. Red flag.
Was he swinging harder? That's what screwed up his back?
I don't know.
I
don't know. Jerry's out. David Ortiz used to get hurt a lot.
All right, so really.
Mo Vaughn.
Oh, my God. Aren't they still paying more food?
I don't know. Mo Food.
I think they are. That's like
he's
on the Bobby Bonilla train.
Yeah, Mo Vaughn. He was the first person I ever heard with the ailment that his biceps separated from the bone.
If you asked what was the biggest signing joke in New York baseball sports history, would it be Mo Vaughn?
Well, they actually traded for Mo Vaughn, I think.
Yeah, but they paid him, didn't they?
They had to pay him,
Yeah.
but he did nothing. Mo Vaughn, and who was the other one? Jason Bay.
Jason Bay.
How did the guy suddenly lose all
How'd
his
that work
abilities?
out?
Suddenly could not hit at all.
It's like Ben Simmons on the Nets.
It just amazes me how these guys are stars one day and gone the next.
Right.
What made Alex Rodriguez walk away with 696 home runs? What made him do that? Why would he not stick around to hit 700? Because maybe he doesn't want people pointing the finger at him saying, bullshit, 700 homers, a roid abuser. He didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, maybe.
He didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And you got people now. I listen to these people. They go, "Oh, never failed the test. Never failed the test." You know, Clemens never failed the test. Bonds, they all are well-known steroid users. They did it.
Yeah.
There's no gray area here. Alex Rodriguez would not have accepted the 1-year suspension had he not known that he did it.
Right.
Roger Clemens, it's well known he was doing it.
I think it's only Bobby Bonilla, by the way.
Bobby Bo.
Yeah,
Well,
Bobby
Bobby
Bo.
Bonilla Day every year,
Until
July 1st,
you know what year?
2035.
Yes, sir. I knew you would know that. 2035.
Yeah.
He would get $1.2 million. Actually, $1,193,248.20. That's the exact amount he gets every July 1st.
How about that? For doing nothing.
For doing nothing.
They owed him like $5-6 million, deferred it for 20 years or whatever, and now they're paying him
$2 million a year.
50 times what he was going to get.
Unbelievable.
Brilliant. That's because the Wilpons at the time had the Bernie Madoff money coming in. They didn't care.
Yeah.
And they wanted to say, I see it doesn't, the logic of it all doesn't make any sense to me, because they said that, oh, well, we wanted to save, we don't want to have to pay Bonilla the $5 million we owe him right now. So we'll defer it. And when the money comes in from Bernie Madoff money, we'll be able to pay him. But if we would have just kicked in the $5 million now, the money would have been paid up, done, over. Instead of deferring it for 20 years. Now in this.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm wrong. I'm reading something different here. After eating all the money owed to Chris Fiexen, is that a player? New York Mets now owe nearly $50 million to guys that are not on the team.
Oh, Flexen.
They pay $50 million to guys that are not on the team. This is an article from July 4th, 2023.
Robertson Cano.
Yeah, hold on. Who are the players? Bobby Bonilla. The Mets have paid Brett Saberhagen $250,000 each year since 2004, and will continue to do so through 2028.
Yeah,
Brett Saberhagen
he deferred his money.
Still getting $250,000. Red Sox paid Devers $7.5. Wow, that's $50 million to guys that aren't even on the team.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. You're paying $50 million a year to guys not on a team. Wow. Well, they're still paying Max Scherzer, right?
Scherzer and Verlander.
Verlander,
they're hoping if he doesn't pitch this year, he'll be out of it. They won't have to pay him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be nice. What about the? Have you been watching any of the shifting to the NFL a little bit? But I mean, the crazy free agency that's been
I really
going
haven't
on?
been paying attention to it.
Oh my God!
But there was like deals that were reneged on, and then they did it, then they didn't do it.
It's got to be one of the craziest. Yeah. Barkley to the Eagles now.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
he went to the enemy.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
that's good. Those 2 games next year.
So it's messed up.
Yeah, I mean that's
another thing. There's no loyalty at all.
No,
there's no loyalty at all. People talk. Everybody's like worried about Pete Alonso going to sign with the Mets. We can't lose Pete Alonso.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Alonso, come on. There's no loyalty. Nobody has any loyalty to anything except money.
No,
that's all they have.
There's no loyalty in sports anymore. And now it's into college. I don't know if you saw Nick Saban's comments about the state of college football and one of the reasons why he retired. This guy's one of the greatest college football coaches ever. Retired because he said, before, now players can get paid now in college, right? For their endorsements and their this and that. Because they were saying these players get nothing. They're out there risking their health or whatever. They're getting hurt. They're, they're getting screwed out of the NFL because they got
Forget
hurt
that they're
in
getting
college.
an
They never made-
education
right.
on
Forget
the
the
school's
education.
dime.
Right. And Nick Saban came out and basically had some pretty scathing comments for the system as it exists today and said it used to be about developing players into outstanding, men or citizens of, to
Society.
further their lives in
Yeah.
society, not necessarily how much money they can make while they're in college before they get hurt in case they don't make it to the NFL. It's basically what it comes down to. It's about it's just all about the money now. It's not about loyalty. It's not about
Pretty
what
soon they're
team you
gonna
play
have
for.
people-
That's why there's a transfer portal across every sport in the NCAA that is full. Name the sport, name the division, doesn't matter. It's full because there's no loyalty to schools.
No.
I'm just not happy here. I'm going there.
That's
I'm not
what
happy
they're
here.
doing.
I'm going there.
Bouncing all over the place.
That's it. I'm not happy here. I'm going to go there. It's not about enjoying
Better
the experience of where you are. Right. It's just about where can I go where that makes me happy.
I'm not happy.
Right.
I want endorsements.
Just be happy you're playing. How about
Guys in
that?
the military should demand this. I'm risking my life out here.
Right.
Let me do commercials. Let me do
Let me do those Army commercials.
Yeah.
Let me do.
Put me out there. Let me make some money off of this.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
know, when I'm not shooting at Hamas, I'm eating at Five Guys. Whatever.
Something.
I don't know.
I
They're
know.
not getting anything for their efforts.
There is no loyalty anymore. That's it. It's all gone.
Nah, it's a shame. It's gone. To me, that's why I'm saying I get really down about all this, but I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna sit there and just say, okay, it is what it is. I can't change it because bottom line is, it's not like it used to be. It's never going to be like it used to be. It was more fun the way it was. It was something that you could grow up and sit there and say, here's my team and this is the players. These are the players that are going to be here for a long, long period of time. Now they're bouncing around like crazy. It used to be American League, National League. Who cares anymore?
Mhm.
Because they're going from league to league. They both play by the same rules now. And what's the difference? What's the difference? And now they're talking about expanding again in baseball.
baseball?
What two cities should get a team? None. I don't think there should be any more teams.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
The people find this exciting. They find it, everything's too boring for them on a short-term basis. They want to see, they want, well, actually they are looking short-term basis. They're looking for instant gratification with everything they watch now. Baseball used to be the game where you sat back and really, watched it as like a chess match. Now it's got to be, home runs or strikeouts, or everything else is boring.
Right.
And
Oh, I'm getting a phone call, Bobby.
we're getting a call.
I'm getting a call on my phone.
Oh wow!
So I'm gonna have to stop the music.
We might have to stop the music and listen to
I might
who
have
this
to
caller is.
answer who this caller is. Oh, well, he stopped calling.
Who was it?
Who do you think it was?
Was Graz?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, so he called you and now you call.
Hello?
Do you know that you two discussed baseball for 27 minutes?
Is that why you called?
Yes.
Okay, goodbye.
First of all, it wasn't discussing baseball. It was discussing the integrity of the sport.
At least he hung up. I know. Is that a problem for you, Graz, that we discussed baseball for 27 minutes?
He couldn't make it. There was 5 more minutes to go.
Right.
Get to 11 o'clock. He couldn't make it without calling. He couldn't do it.
Exactly.
So you lose another bet. You lost another bet. Where are we going now? I'll take All American.
Are you going to American?
Well, they're closed. But,
Oh, yeah.
but I would.
I heard they got a new system over there now.
What is it?
The only one door is open.
Well, you go in the one door. And
You're going to the one door on the one side. And they built like my wife went there like a couple of weeks ago. They built like a walkway, kind of covered walkway now to wait online down the side
So
of
it's
the
raining.
Yes, down the side of the building. So certain people will be covered, others will still be wet, depending on how long the line is. But now it's only one door entry.
So
No more
you could be on the
two-door.
wet side of the line.
Right. Well, because you used to come in the one
I
door
know.
and somebody come in the other door, and you kind of like, who's going where on
Well, that
what
was
line?
smart.
Because
It's
then
about
the
time they
middle.
figured that out. It took them 30 years. But
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. So to one-door only entry now at All American.
I drive down Merrick Road. I live in Valley Stream.
I still love All American. I mean, it still tastes.
But I drive down Merrick Road, and there's just so many places. I sit there going, "Oh, that looks like a nice place. This looks like a nice place. I'd like to stop in here. I'd like to stop in there." And then I drive back to Valley Stream, and there's absolutely nothing.
Really?
There's nothing.
You got nothing over there.
We got nothing.
Why don't you move to Farmingdale?
We got. I wish I want to.
Why not?
I want to move somewhere.
Yeah,
but
come to Farmingdale, Bobby.
You know, we got Mitchell's.
We'd love to have you. I think you would fit in great as a dealer. I've got tons of green guys. Listen, you could come and you help coach in the league.
I would.
We would love to have another good baseball guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm welcome.
I'd welcome that.
Farmingdale.
Bobby, there's something on our screen over here. They can't see us.
No
I'm not
issue
sure what
found.
that is. No issue found. But
I gave
can we
somebody
have
your
that
number
removed?
the other day. I gave somebody your number.
Thank
He
you.
wanted to do some scrimmages with a junior team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gave him your number.
Oh, I haven't heard from him. What do you mean junior team? How old is that?
Well, you got a 14-year-old team?
I don't.
Neither did I. That's why I told him. I said the Green Dogs might.
No, Bobby, because and I say this, but it's not something I don't say to people.
Graz,
but,
this is a baseball story. But.
Once, sorry, guys, we're going to talk about baseball, except it's youth baseball, so maybe it's acceptable to you. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter because you're not here. You left, so it's now our show, and we'll just talk about what we want to. It's tough, keeping travel teams past that Cooperstown, 12. Listen, I made it to 14, so I'm no big, talker that, took it any great length with my son's team. But, it's kind of the reality of it now. Everybody's, willing to just run with their checkbook, to the other organizations and
Again,
give
just
over
like college to the better deal.
give over lots of money to
my son's going to make the pros playing in this
loyalty.
organization. There is no loyalty. I used
Right.
to have so many teams. We used to have a lot of Hawks teams.
There is loyalty. I don't want to say there is no loyalty. There is a lot of loyalty to our league. But at that
I
point,
shouldn't
when
say
they
no.
get older, and I understand it to a degree. I get it, on one side. But on the other side, I've been through it, and I see that, running out of there at 13 is, maybe at 14, 15, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? But at 13 years old, you could still
Got to go to the big organization that's going to get you the endorsements.
and get you to the D1 school,
the D1.
because that's where everybody wants to go. My
But
kid's going D1.
The problem is, I had my oldest son's team until they were just about 19, right? So I had that team over 10 years. And then the younger one, I saw it all change. I saw the whole attitude change. It's like when they got to the 90-foot field, everybody had decided that now's the time I got to, find him the best place for him to progress to the level that we need him to progress to. And guess how many of them did?
How many?
None.
Right.
I don't know of any who are playing anywhere of any significance. And they could have stuck together with their friends for a good 10 years
That's right.
and had some fun and saved some money,
In the process,
but they didn't.
and still made
they
some
did it.
made
I mean,
some
there's a
good
couple of them,
made some good memories, because
Yeah.
that's what'll last.
but that's
The
the whole
money will
thing
be
is
gone.
I can talk about the first team, the one I had from like 1998 to 2008-9, but the second one there aren't a lot of memories there. I had people switch teams with me at picture day.
At picture day, wait, they would just take off one hat and put on a different
They
one.
went to the guy brought his kid down.
Hey, can I get another jersey? I got to
team-
take a picture with
Yeah,
that team.
I got kids coming down for picture day,
Wow.
and
Okay.
at picture day, the kid on my team mad at me. They were mad. They wanted a
Playing time.
They wanted a kind of gentler coach
Oh,
who was like,
well, they're not going to get that
"You're
from
all
you,
You're all winners,
right?
He goes to another team, and he takes the picture with that team with their hat and their jersey, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? And he's going to play with them. I said, don't work like that in this league. You can't just switch teams.
Are you running the league at this
Yeah.
point? Yeah.
He goes, well, he wants to play with them. I said, no. Next year, when you sign up, you can sign up for that team. Right now, you're on this team.
So he played the rest of the season on your
Finished
team,
the yeah.
but took a picture with the other team.
Took a team picture with the other team because those are his friends.
Well, I mean, kid wants to play with his friends. Is that's frowned upon?
Stop. Stop. He was on my team.
We can't have that. We can't have the kid be happy to play with his friends.
You can't switch mid-season. We got roster.
No, mid-season, I get it. You know,
On
you should
picture day.
have done that before the season. Say, hey, my kid wants to be the other team. All his friends
You
are
did
over
it
there.
at
Can
picture
you
day.
do something for me?
I never forgot it.
That picture day, yeah, it's a bad look. I can't get behind that. That's a tough one.
Didn't tell me. I didn't get a phone call. You know,
Was he just not happy being on your team?
he was fine. It was his parents that thought that he should be with this
It's
group
always the parents.
because the manager was a nice man.
My father always said, you know, youth sports would be so great if there was no parents involved.
He wanted to be with a nicer man who didn't yell at the players and tell them they need to get their asses in gear to play better.
Interesting. Yeah, well, listen, you can get to college and the coach will still yell at you to catch the ball. Just saying. That doesn't really change. Taz, the resident artist, showing up late.
Oh, Taz. Hey,
And Andrew Fremda.
We're at 11. We're done.
And Anthony Grazade is very active.
Well, you know what?
And let me take this opportunity then to just thank the wonderful folks that have tuned in tonight, Bobby, if you don't mind.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Our good friend Mike Bott. I got some Green Dog baseball coming. Mike Bott heading off to Cooperstown this year with Mr. LaJerfo's team. Can't wait for that. Bruno Coppola, who is very excited that the Red Sox beat the Yankees today in spring training.
It means a lot.
It means a lot, Bruno.
I had money on that game.
I hope you're happy. I hope you sleep well tonight and take solace in the fact that your Red Sox beat the Yankees today 12-6. So rest your head on that pillow really nicely and enjoy that because the rest of your season will be miserable. Greg DiFilippo tuning in. Always great sharing the show. Ann Rothney, Joan Krupi Asher, Lou Ferriola checking in with the big middle finger to Graz, as usual. Bonnie Scalisi, Debbie Broderick, Gita Kajebi Coffin also tuning in to Limo Talk. Teresa Farrell joining in tonight. Very nice. Chris Smith. Brian May from Queen joining us
Brian
tonight.
May.
Yes. Rest in peace, Freddie. He would not let me go.
Yeah, that's
Thank
good
you,
that
Brian.
we got a queen here.
Absolutely. A little representation. Andrew Fremda and Taz, the resident artist, plus 75 more who I wish I could name, but I can't because we're not allowed to see the list from Facebook for some reason unless they comment on the screen.
Right. I know that.
So
from now on, folks, when you're watching on Facebook, please drop a comment.
if you're one of those 75, drop the comment so I can put your name on the list. And,
always drop a comment.
Read it.
Hey guys, anything.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, just you watch and you don't say anything. We can't really mention, and we'd like to mention.
And share the show.
Share the show.
Share the show. And I hope you enjoyed the baseball talk because me and Bobby love talking about it.
Yes, we do. And I want Bobby Lucero to know that all day today I wore my Paradise Studios T-shirt.
Oh, very nice.
So I want him to know.
Very nice. On St. Patrick's Day. And hey, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. Hope you enjoyed the show. And it's 11:04. And Grazade called just to tell us we're talking too much baseball.
Yeah.
So Graz, drive safely.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Nah.